Hey everyone, and welcome to TopThink. Today, we're going to learn about 7 signs that you have toxic friendships. Now, let's begin. Number 1. You give, they take. Friendships should be a give and take. You should listen as much as you talk. You should do favors as often as you ask for them. But what if you're doing all the giving and they're doing all the taking? Well, this is a classic example of an unbalanced or toxic friendship. One friend, that would be the giver, is constantly making an effort. The other, the taker, just keeps asking for more. So how does this kind of friendship develop? Well, more often than not, it starts with the taker. Takers have a tendency to focus on themselves. They're so concentrated on their own needs that they forget to consider their friends. But it's more than just being selfish. These toxic friends aren't respecting you as an individual. They don't value your time or effort as much as their own. In their mind, the friendship revolves entirely around them. Imagine your characters in a movie. Your friend thinks they're the main character. They think the entire story is about them. That means to them, you're just a part of the supporting cast. Unbalanced friendships like this, they just never last. Givers almost always end up getting tired of takers' demands. The problem is, it can take years to realize that you need to leave a friend behind. If you suspect you're stuck in an unbalanced friendship, well, try this. Think about the last time you did something nice for your friend. Did you buy them lunch? Maybe you picked up some medicine for them when they were sick. Now, think about the last time your friend did something nice for you. If you can't remember, then your friendship might be lopsided. So don't wait to make a change. Don't let a toxic person rob you of your valuable time. You should never allow your friends to treat you like a caretaker. Instead, meet people who are willing to share the spotlight. That way, you can foster healthy friendships that will actually last. Number 2. Too much criticism. Friends make fun of each other. Some tease more than others, but no friendship is complete without some playful jabs. Teasing is a natural way to grow closer to someone. In fact, it's one of the best ways to show a friend that you trust them. Why? Well, because you have to trust someone to know these comments aren't meant to hurt you. Let's say a stranger insults your new haircut. How would you feel? Offended? Insecure? Maybe a little bit angry? Now, if a friend said that to you, the same insult would be funny and playful. But there is such a thing as too much criticism, even from a close friend. Think about how you and your friends interact. When you tease each other, what's it like? What do they tease you about? Do they focus on small, superficial things or personal things like your goals and choices? Does the teasing go back and forth, or is it just your friend criticizing you over and over again? Toxic friends tease in a malicious way. They criticize important parts of your life like your passions, your insecurities, and your relationships. Friendly teasing should focus on tiny, pointless things. You'd tease a friend about their shoes or that time they spilled food on themselves. And it's also important that teasing goes both ways. Don't let yourself become a punching bag. Unfortunately, it can be hard to tell what someone's true intentions are. A friend might accidentally cross the line without trying to be toxic, or vice versa. The key is to pay attention to how it makes you feel. Despite teasing each other, friends should ultimately boost each other up. If their comments are crippling your confidence, well, then it's time to take your friendship elsewhere. Number 3. Lack of respect. Toxic people don't always hurt you or push you away. Some of the most toxic friends want you all to themselves. These friends can't stand the idea of sharing you. They don't like when you spend time with other people. They'll even lie to create conflict between you and your other friends. They'll say things like, "Hey, I heard him talking about you behind your back," to destroy your other relationships. Now, you might be wondering, why would anyone want to do this? This kind of toxicity stems from deep-rooted insecurities. When they see you having fun with other people, they feel jealous or abandoned. They think you'll like them less if you enjoy other people's company. Those insecurities make them manipulative. They'll start giving you guilt trips or try to speak for you. But you can't let toxic friends control you. Even if you cut ties with everyone in your life, it won't be enough. Their insecurity will never disappear. so don't cater to them. No one should pull you away from your friends and family. If they respected you as a person, they'd let you have a personal life outside of them. At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to, a lack of respect. These friends don't respect you, your friends, or your family. Ask yourself this: has your friend ever gotten to know the people in your life, or are they constantly rude and distant? This disrespect might extend even further. You may notice them disrespecting your belongings. They'll leave behind messes and treat your things like trash. This usually means they don't care about your feelings or are too self-centered to notice. Either way, you, your things, and the people in your life deserve to be respected. Don't settle for anything less. Number 4. Short fuse. Does your friend yell more than they talk? If they've got an especially short fuse, your friend might be displacing their anger onto you. Displacement is a psychological defense mechanism that helps us cope with anger. Imagine you got an F on a paper. You're obviously mad about it, but you can't yell at your teacher. Or you shouldn't. Instead, you transfer your anger elsewhere. You take it out on siblings, pets, or in this case, your friends. Unlike most items on this list, a short temper doesn't mean the friendship is over. It's toxic, but there are ways to fix it. Start by trying to identify why your friend is so angry. Do they hate their job? Or maybe they're having money troubles. Next, let your friend know that you support them, but only if they want to talk instead of yelling. In most cases, this will do the trick, but there are exceptions. Some friends simply yell because they're petty and immature. They can't think of a more respectful way to handle conflict. But whether you like it or not, their anger will rub off on you. It can make you feel pessimistic, unmotivated, and flustered. An angry friend can instantly ruin your whole day. So don't let a toxic friend hold you back. Surround yourself with calm and happy people to keep your life moving in a positive direction. Number 5. Never texting first. Everyone communicates a little bit differently. Some talk to their friends every day. Others do it once or twice a month. So how do you know if someone's communication skills are actually toxic? The important part isn't how often you talk, it's who started it. Look at the last 4 or 5 exchanges that you had with your friend. Whether it's texting, calling, or video chatting, who initiated it? If it's you every single time, well then you might have a problem. Lack of initiation suggests that your friend doesn't care about you as much as you care about them. If they did, you wouldn't be doing all the heavy lifting. It's not your job to maintain the friendship, so if you've initiated every conversation, stay silent. Make them work for it. If they don't, you'll know they weren't interested in staying friends. Number 6. Back and forth. Does your friendship come and go in waves? Are you really close for a few weeks and then suddenly start fighting all the time? Volatile friendships will weigh you down. They bring all kinds of unnecessary stress and drama into your life. But you shouldn't have to wonder about the status of your friendship each day. Your friends should be a constant in your life. You should be able to rely on them when you need to. Someone who's combative or volatile can't give you that consistent support. But the hardest thing about having this kind of friend is getting rid of them. Just when you're ready to cut them loose, they'll go back to being your best pal. They'll be upbeat, fun, and supportive. You'll stop fighting and go back to spending every second together. You'll convince yourself they've changed until it all falls apart again. So, if you've got a volatile friend, it's up to you to break the cycle. Number 7. Competitiveness. When you share your accomplishments with your friend, what do they say? Are they supportive and happy for you? Or do they try to one-up you? Toxic friends can be extremely competitive. They don't want to admit it, but your success might make them feel inadequate. They'll brag just to cover up their insecurities. Why? Because your approval matters to them. It may matter more than anyone's. This is actually a very natural feeling. We want our friends to be proud of us. We want their acknowledgement. In reality, your friend might just admire you or find you intimidating. They're constantly competing to prove to you that they're good enough. Now, of course, that isn't always the case. Sometimes toxic people develop superiority complexes around their friendships. They only spend time with people they think they're better than, and that way they get an ego boost whenever you're around. Imagine you're insecure about your looks. You might purposely hang out with people who aren't good-looking. This makes you seem better by comparison because you're the good-looking friend. That title will give you confidence, but this isn't really friendship. It's using your friends like pawns. You're not valuing them as individuals, so if your friend doesn't want the best for you, spend your time with people who do. Hey, thank you for watching TopThink, and be sure to subscribe because more incredible content is on the way.